Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. Matt, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
What's your name?
Anna.
Anna? Oh, I love it. All right, so what's going on here? What's the deal with this situation?
So not too long ago I replaced the catalyst converter in the recent one.
Yeah.
And I took it a bit at first because it was making a noise when I was driving it, and they told me, oh yeah, it's your catalyst.
Yeah.
I mean, it was already old and stuff, so
yeah.
And so they replaced it, but the seat was getting so hot.
Like where you're sitting is getting hot?
Yeah, and it comes more where my knees are, but then the noise is still there.
Okay.
So not too long ago, well, I think a few days ago, I took it so they can look at the tires, thinking that it was from there, because somebody told me it was the rotors, the bearings. So they told me it was the engine.
Oh, really? That was making that noise? Let's see what... So, all right, trying to get a better understanding. The heat, let's talk about the heat. So that, you're feeling, when you drive, you feel it all from right here?
Yeah, especially on the knees, but it only comes up like if I'm within 15 to 20 minutes of driving it.
Okay, then you start to feel that heat?
Yes.
But you did have the catalytic converters replaced, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so indeed, it's a really pretty catalytic converter down here, but it does not have the heat shields that go over it. A lot of times they don't fit the aftermarket ones, so people just kind of ignore them, but they do serve a pretty good purpose. They're just aluminum shields. Yeah, see, the rear's got it. Ow, shoot. Something bit my ankle. But the front catalytic converters will have two. It'll have that little checkered type heat shield, and then it'll have like an aluminum shield that goes directly over them. And what that does is it doesn't let that heat rise straight up. It kind of makes it go out the sides, and then wind kind of takes its course once you're driving. So that's why I'm most certain why you're experiencing that heat, because that's what will happen if you don't have those. I wanted to get started up and listen to that noise. Have you noticed any issues with your power steering?
No.
Nothing? Your idler there is making just a little, like, kind of a little clinky noise, a little iffy noise. All right, I'm just gonna go around the block here.
All right.
Well, I mean, I'll have to take a little on the road. You said about 50?
Right over between 40 and 50.
Okay, and that's where it stays. It disappears after that?
Yeah, it disappears if I over 50 and below 40.
Okay, awesome. Alrighty, I'll see you here in just a moment.
Okay.
Alright, so I knew that power steering. She said it didn't really have issues, but here's the deal. I could tell in that pulley that it was being sluggish. And this thing definitely could use a new pump. You can literally just, it's a lot stiffer than another vehicle. It kind of feels like you're riding a like a dune buggy or something. Okay, I knew it. I flippin' knew it. So you remember me telling her about the idler pulley? Well, when we gas it, I can hear that belt make that idler pulley make all sorts of weird noises. The idler is a bearing, guys, and it has little ball bearings in it, little pin bearings, and when those pin bearings go out, it starts to make noise. When they start to go out, it starts to make noise. Now, that's just when they start to go out. Now, when they do go out, they'll fall off, basically, or they'll just break, or they'll lock up and seize the belt. Stuff will start shredding. You know, good things like that. This was an easy one. I wish you guys, I'm not sure if you guys can hear it as clear as I can, but listen. It's coming just straight directly in front of me where that idler sits. But here's the deal, because of the condition of all that, I'm gonna suggest to her that we replace that tensioner pulley, the idler pulley, and that belt. And I mean, I'm gonna throw it at her that this power steering pump, or this power steering in general, could be just a heck of a lot better if she wanted to replace that pump. And pretty soon she's gonna start experiencing leaks, because I can see it just walking. I can see that power steering pulley just walking on there, but I don't want to do any like thing that she feels is unnecessary. So I'll just mention it to her, and then we'll take it from there. All right, guys, so it's been about 15 minutes actually. This AC works pretty well, so I was kind of just taking advantage of that. Anyways, no codes present. So we passed our health scan. We're going to go ahead and return the vehicle, let the customer know of the diagnostics that we had. accumulated, or figured out rather. Alrighty, I figured it out. I have got your issue. So here's the deal on this situation. A lot of times places, like any place that I worked for, being a mechanic, none of us was allowed to do like test drives and stuff like that, so we couldn't really figure out the problem at hand. Yours, so you remember me telling you before I left that I could hear that your idler pulley was making a little bit of noise? Yes. So I could actually hear the noise that you're experiencing. It started at about 20, and then it kind of just went away, but then once I got up to about 40 or 50, it just made it a little bit more enhanced. And then I noticed your AC helped it a little bit, cooperate a little bit better, but the idler pulley is going bad. And I could tell, the reason why I was asking you if you had any power steering problems was because I could tell your pulley is looking a little hung up, if you will. And so driving the vehicle, I can definitely tell your power steering could definitely be a lot better than what it is. Right now it's a little bit stern. I mean, it could definitely be a lot easier to turn. But the noise you're experiencing is coming from that idler pulley. I, however, would suggest to replace the idler pulley, the tensioner pulley, and that serpentine belt. And you know, if you got the funds for it, then the power steering pump as well. Only because it's gonna start leaking soon, and then you'll start to experience real problems, and then by then it'll be kind of more of an urgency than rather now. But that's the problems you have at hand. And along with that heat shield, I would just ask, I'll install it for you, but I would just ask whoever installed that exhaust, say, hey, do you maybe have that old heat shield that came off of my old exhaust? Don't even say to offend them or nothing, like, hey, you didn't put my heat shield on or nothing like that. I would just say, hey, do you have the old one off of the old exhaust? And then if they do, then, you know, let me know, and then I'll put it on for you. If they don't, then I can probably just get one from a salvage, because I've seen a few of these vehicles there. Okay. But the only problem with the salvage is it's a hit and miss there, because they cut those exhausts off, the catalytic converters, because they're worth money. So they cut them off, and so a lot of times those heat shields aren't there. But I've gotten lucky a few times where the heat shield has been there, just pried back or something. But we'll get it taken care of. But I would suggest, you know, replacing that tensioner, the serpentine belt, and then the idler. And then you should be good to go. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna I'll leave your stuff in there. But yeah, I'll send you over everything that you need. It'll be just a couple hours because I got a couple more places to go to. Okay. But yeah, I'll send you everything over, and then we'll just take it from there. But like I said, I would just, yeah, see if they have the heat shield, and then heat shield. Yeah, that way we don't have to get one from salvage or get one new or whatever the case may be. But it was great to meet you. So it's not a transmission, right? No, I didn't hear nothing from the transmission. No, it was just, that was all idler. It was all, I mean, but that's the thing about car problems, is like something simple can, you know, leave you astray and make you think like the worst thing possible. So is it okay to drive it like that for the meantime? Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, just be aware about it. Yeah, well, but I'll send you over a quote and stuff. I mean, it's just making noise at this point. When that idler decides to fail completely, it'll basically seize your belt and your vehicle will die. Okay. Yeah, until it's replaced. But alrighty. No. I typically charge diagnostics if I feel like you're going to do the repairs yourself, but however, I feel in this situation you'll kind of need me, so I'll let you know, hang on to that diagnostics fee. Okay. Yes, ma'am. It was great to meet you, Anna. Thank you so much. You are very welcome. I will see you soon. Have a nice day. You as well. Here's the deal. It's always like that. A customer always hears like a problem or an issue or something, and then immediately goes to the worst thing that it could possibly be, right?